like the last shot that I've stolen from Bernard, I can now steal a shot right here from Milo. And Milo has found a beautiful like snow ridge. Into the amazing 3-star half-painted Hotel Olympia.
She's calling me, like the rainbow. She's calling me.
Are you eating Nutella straight out with a spoon? Why?
I love it, and I don't feel one bit guilty either.
Midday sun, no clouds, and white snow could only mean a mono day as we arrived at this beautiful location, literally 20 feet from the road.
We stopped at the side of the road because we came across an absolutely beautiful scene. From the road it looks nice, but going to get even to 20 or 30 meters off the road is going to be difficult because it's probably hip high in regards to the amount of snow that we have. I've already gone past my knees twice and I'm only just into it. So I can imagine as I continue on through the area here, it'll get even harder and harder. So probably going to get maybe 1 or 2 shots, I think, anyway, from here. Hopefully I can get to an area that I'm not going to be sinking so much in the snow. Like I say, it's gone past my knees already, so it's actually gone into my boots, so I'm going to have some wet feet for the rest of the day, but I hope it'll be worth it. So yeah, let's go and explore this area and see how we can get on.
She's calling me.
One thing that you learn very quickly is you have to be careful where you step in the snow. One, from a sinking down point of view, and number 2 is if you step in front, your composition is ruined because your footprints are in the composition. I've come over here to this tree and I love that there's a bit of snow that's actually here. It's giving some beautiful gradients, some different lines, some different shadows, and then there's 3 kind of mounds as well that are below here with another tree, and then you've got a peak of the mountain as well up here. Frames the image absolutely beautifully. I'm going to take the first shot anyway from here, and I'm going to go explore gingerly because it's come up to here already, so let's see how we go. But show you the first shot anyway here, and then we'll continue to explore in a moment. You can see the height of the snow here from where I am, and there's a mound just in front of me. Bernard, in fairness to him, he found the composition when we first arrived, and of course I had to come over and plonk my tripod exactly in the same holes that he would have created because it is beautiful. There's a lovely swirl, I love it actually, lovely swirl going through, different patterns going through and leading then through the image up to the peak that we have here in the distance. Finding as well, you know, with the snow and the direct light, exposure is quite difficult because you have to kind of go against your instincts to a certain extent. The histogram can also get confused because it's so bright. So what I'm doing here is I'm taking the shot, I'm reviewing the image and I'm adjusting. I'm going to do a standard exposure, 1 under, 1 over. If I need to, then I've got the flexibility to be able to play around with it. But really like this. Fair dues to you, Bernard, for finding it, and fair dues to you for creating the holes in the snow. But what a beautiful location. This peak is extremely impressive. And there's a couple of other little areas now around here as well that I'm going to play around with. But I think it's going to be textures in the snow, but obviously with the background as well. And I might find a nice tree as well, which gives a beautiful composition. This place is absolutely beautiful. What a spot to be able to find right at the side of the road. It is difficult to navigate around, but what I found right now is even where I'm stood right here, I've got one photo this way, one photo this way, and another photo that way. So 3 photographs in completely different, I suppose, but in exactly the same footprint to where I'm at. Something that I have just learned about shooting in the snow is the camera behind me there is the G7X. It's actually the Mark III. I'm trying it out at the moment. Canon Ireland were very nice actually to give it to me to try out, but I'm surrounded by snow. As you can see, I'm not wearing any really warm protective gear because the sun is shining on top of us, but surrounded by snow, the G7X Mark III will not record. Don't know why. It says that the temperature is too hot to record. Need to look at that later, but so I'm using now the Osmo Pocket to record this part. And something else I've learned is when you go out taking photos with a group of people, because I'm vlogging, it's taken me longer to catch up with each of them, so I'm kind of following in behind them. So the advantage there now is that, like the last shot that I've stolen from Bernard, I can now steal a shot right here from Milo. And Milo has found a beautiful like snow ridge here. There's a crust of snow as well reaching over the top. Lovely texture down the side. The reflection as well in the grooves that have been created by the snow are absolutely beautiful. And again, I've got that peak similar to the last one here in the background. I think it's going to be a lovely shot. What I also have to do here is I'm focus stacking because I'm actually quite close to it. So I'm going to take 2 photos, one for the foreground and then one for the background. To blend it together then in post should make an absolutely beautiful shot. But yeah, you know, it has its advantages to be able to follow people behind because you can put your tripod in the holes that they've created. I know it's nothing unique. I'll find some unique photos myself, but right now this one was too good to pass up. Everywhere you turn, you get a beautiful shot. I've come down here, as you can see behind, and there's these lumps in the snow. There's obviously a better name for them, mounds or moguls or something like that. But with the sun that's over here, it's now casting a lovely shadow each side of those, and you've got some great textures as well that have come in from the wind that have pushed through the snow. I still have this peak here in the background, if you can see it here in the shot. And again, I'm having to play around with the exposure because it's so bright, but it's absolutely beautiful. What a spot to be able to find. I don't know how many shots I'm on right now, but yeah, absolutely stunning. every kind of 10 feet I stop and I find some beautiful patterns in the snow which give for a beautiful photograph. Another thing I've noticed though is with glasses, you need glasses obviously because the sun is so bright, it's reflected off the snow, so you can get snow blindness, so it's very, very hard to see. But with the glasses then I can't see anything on the back of the camera. I'm looking into the viewfinder fine to be able to compose, but when I want to review then I'm constantly having to take on and off the glasses. But either which way, it's a tough complaint I suppose really. Where I am here, if you can see, we have these lines that are here in the snow. And again, I'm able to frame it that I've got this peak that's behind me as well within the shot. I'm still taking a photograph either side of what the histogram is telling me just to be on the safe side, but my God, this place is absolutely beautiful. Going to finish up here. Got some beautiful photographs, I hope anyway, but the conditions were perfect except for the bright sun, but that was still perfect too because it gave it some nice shadows on the grooves and the shapes that were actually created by the snow. So thanks very much for watching this episode. If you do enjoy the content, please hit that subscribe button, leave me a like and a comment below, and until the next time, from the Dolomites, Slán go fóill.